Hello, all you wonderful people out there, and welcome back to my Media Museum. Today, we're going to be looking at the Beach Party series of films from the 1960s. Used to love to watch these on Saturday afternoons when I was a kid, and they're a lot of fun. They hold up well. A little silly, a little goofy, but you know, that's all part of the fun. It's also kind of hard to do an overview of the Beach Party films without touching on Annette Funicello. She was in most of them, and the bulk of them covers about 85% of her career. So, at the end of the Beach Party films, we'll look at the balance of Annette Funicello's movies. Just plain disc there, and a little insert, which has a nice alternate cover here. Yeah, simpler time for sure. I didn't notice any booklets in any of these when I was going through and prepping them, but there are a few of these inserts that we get to look at. So that's the first movie. It came out in 1963. It was followed in 1964 by Muscle Beach Party, which, as far as I'm aware, was only released on this double feature with Ski Party, which Ski Party was considerably down the list a bit, so they're not actually in order. But Beach Party, Muscle Beach Party was the second one. We'll just focus on the Muscle Beach Party here, and when we get to the right part in the series, I'll focus on the other side of this disc. As you can see, just a silver disc and no insert. So that's all we've got there. Then the third movie in the series was Bikini Beach, and that one came out in 1964 as well. All of these came out within the 60s, so some of the years got 2 releases. And like I said, they can be a little bit silly, but they were fun. They were entertaining. I was not an adult in the 60s. I was born in the 60s, so for me, these were either late Friday night, Saturday night films, or even Saturday afternoons. And we've got another shiny disc. Most of those earlier releases had the widescreen on the one side and the letter full screen on the other. And there was some controversy for Annette Funicello and her career at Disney. You know, she started out as a musketeer, and Disney didn't really like the idea of her doing what they considered to be adult films, and they asked that she did not show her navel. But she did not keep that promise, and the bikinis and some of the outfits she wears clearly shows off her navel in the very first film. So this Pajama Party, the fourth film in the series, again 1964, so we had 3 in this series, all from 1964. So yeah, they were really cranking these out. And they were a big hit at the drive-ins, from what I've read. Which I can understand that. Drive-ins were a big hit with the dating crowd and teens, and can perfectly understand why these would have been on that drive-in circuit, and do quite well for that matter. And another shiny disc, and another one-page insert. But I like the way they did these with giving you the alternate covers. Alright, moving on to the 5th film in the series, which is Beach Blanket Bingo. This was the first one that came out on DVD, actually, so it's even a little bit more plain Jane. They probably was testing the waters to see how well response was, how sales went. So we'll find that the inside of this one does not have a pamphlet at all. So we've just got the front and back covers to look at here. And these fun facts are kind of neat because when they re-released this set, which I do have that, and we will get to that here in a little bit, I bought it thinking I could free up some space on the shelves. And they have the, at least the discs were coated in these, but that's probably because it was widescreen only. There was no full screen given on that one. Next film in the series was How to Stuff a Wild Bikini. No, that's not right, actually. It was Ski Party. See, I said we would pick up on it when we got to it, and then I almost missed it. So, Beach Blanket Bingo was followed by Ski Party, which was followed by How to Stuff a Wild Bikini. So, we'll get to that one in just a second. But I wanted to try and scroll these through in the correct order that they came out at the theaters. Alrighty, so then we get to How to Stuff a Wild Bikini, which is 1965, as was Ski Party, by the way. It was 65 as well, and the next one will be 1965. So, looks like they were cranking out 3 of these a year. I seem to remember that it was 2 a year, but no. Looking at them now, 3 a year, probably 1 every month of the summer. Yep, another shiny disc. And this one does have an actual booklet. I think this was the second one actually that came out on DVD. We had Beach Blanket Bingo, then How to Stuff a Wild Bikini. They didn't come out in the order that they originally came out at the movies, that's for certain. But you can see how the productions vary. The effort put into the productions fluctuated. And that's why they didn't all get produced and released on DVD at the same time. They came out over a period. And I bought them as they came out because I loved them and they took me back to my childhood and fond memories, you know, and all that. And that's why I do clearly remember Beach Blanket Bingo being the first one to come out, and this one being the second. There may actually be a booklet with Beach Blanket Bingo, but it doesn't advertise it on the back of the case, so I'm assuming that I didn't get shorted, which I have on a few other DVDs that I bought that were supposed to come with booklets, but did not include them. One that comes to mind is Beastmaster. Nobody I know who bought that got a copy of the booklet that's advertised on the back of the box. So anyways, Dr. Goldfoot and the Bikini Machine, 1965. Annette Funicello only did a cameo in this one because she was pregnant at the time. So she had to skip some filming. And this one I've never opened up. It's a budget MGM release. It was one of the last ones of these to be put out. So I know from looking at other movies from the same MGM series of releases that it does not have a booklet in it. So there's no reason for me to tear it open for us now. But that Dr. Goldfoot and the Girl Bombs did not include Annette Funicello either. So then we get to this one here, this Midnight Movie double feature, which actually takes us from the beginning to the end of the series. Because Ghost of Drag Strip Hollow, while it was not part of the Bikini Beach films, it was the inspiration for them. It was what led to the other movies being made. And The Ghost in the Invisible Bikini was the final installment in the series. So you kind of get the beginning, the inspiration for it, and the ending, the end of the run. What they did was they actually kind of rebooted the format to include racing and hot rods and stuff, and put out 2 more films, and that was actually the end of the whole shebang there. So we got a shiny disc, hello again, and no booklet. So we're going to end this episode here, and we'll pick up with Fireball 500 in the next one.